Okay, so hello YouTube, my name is Vlad, and this will be a quick look at HP's Elitedesk 800 Generation 2. Now unfortunately I do not have Generation 3, or I believe that even the Generation 4 is out, not quite sure though. But I have these two, and this is the old one, the first one. Some of you might have already seen my review of that one, and this is the, the Generation 2. This one actually has a newer version of Core i5 CPU. Okay, so let's take a look at, what's on the outside. So basically the old one only has two USB 3.0s. This one has two and has a USB-C port, unlike this one. This one has, the connectors are the same, but bear in mind that these connectors are actually on the outside and these ones are not. Oh well. Okay, same thing on sides, and basically this, my old one, does not have wireless antenna, and this one does. If you actually remove this thing, you will see a little antenna, just as you see in the laptop. Okay, this thing fell off, the front fell off. Okay, so we have two D++ ports, just like on this one, VGA, just like on this one, and this one has line out, unlike this one. And actually, well, as I said, I will be using this one for my server as well, but yeah, I kind of dislike that. They're going the Apple way, remove all the ports, and that sucks. For a USB 3.0, LAN, and power adapter. Okay, so let's take a look at the inside. I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure which is the model of the CPU, because I will be leaving it in the description down below. So, as you can see, this one is actually my old one. Let's take a look at the design. So this is the Generation 1. And this is the Generation 2. Actually, my old SSD was moved from here to here. So, okay, in this one we have two ports for DDR3, and I'll be showing you, if you remove this SSD, actually you won't find anything underneath it except this little thermal pad, which is, I guess, quite nice because it cools the SSD. And there is only one thing, which is the wireless card. Now there is no RAM, because in here there was, a RAM. Okay, so I'll be putting this thing back. Now regarding the noise, this one actually had quite noisy fan, this one does not, so they've obviously improved something. Now I did mention earlier the wireless card, and this one actually has the wireless card in here. So, but it is actually quite easy to install one. You just remove these three screws and you remove this metal part, and you can actually screw in the M.2 wireless card. And unfortunately, wireless antenna goes in here, which you can actually see it is the same as the in this one, but you have to remove the entire motherboard in order to connect the cable to the wireless card. And there is one in here, one antenna is in here, and it also goes underneath the motherboard, so you have to remove everything if you want to upgrade. So that kind of sucks. Okay, now regarding the memory, this one has a DDR3 and this one has a DDR4, and they've actually, I would say, improved, because to install a RAM, all you have to do is pull this thing up and you can even remove the fan. It's that easy. This is the DDR4 memory, this is 8 gigs, I will be upgrading it, obviously. And that is pretty much it. I mean, they are minor upgrades, I would say, but upgrades nonetheless. I have a free version of ETH-ME in here, and I just moved from here to here, and it's working way better, seriously. So I'm not quite sure what they did, or is it the CPU upgrade, but yeah, I believe it's Generation 6. I will be leaving a comment in the description of the version of the CPU. But basically, these are all the differences that there are. One thing actually I would say mind is maybe because they, just a second, they changed the this connector, this SATA connector. As you can see, the original version has this, which is I would say way bulkier, and if for For example, you destroy this, you can actually use normal cable and you can use this thing to power your 5 volts to the SSD. And unlike in this version, which they've added this pull part, I'm not quite sure, well, I like that. But everything else is basically the same. I mean, even the clear BIOS button is in the same place. I'm not quite sure where the BIOS battery is. I'm not seeing it in this one. Maybe it's somewhere in here. No. So I guess the BIOS battery is probably somewhere underneath here. So that would be, I would say, well, harder to replace. For example, the battery of the BIOS is in here, so I would say that is a bit. I would say that it's a bit better design. So yeah, the only thing they have changed is this, and basically that is it. There is nothing more to see. If you want me to do some kind of test, I probably can, so you can always ask me and I will try to do my best. I will be selling this one because, well, I do not need it anymore. But yeah, this one is, well, it is an upgrade. I would say that definitely. And yeah, if you do have any ideas or if you want to see something more than I've just shown you, please leave the comment down below and I'll try to do that. Well, until the next time, have a good day and, well, happy holidays. Bye.